Look, firstly, welcome here to Ballymore today. It's a really important day for both Ballymore and for rugby in Australia, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. First, I just want to acknowledge it's been 12 months since we rebirthed Ballymore with the BMS National Rugby Training Centre and new McLean stand. It's been a great 12 months of activity here at Ballymore, nearly over 100,000 visitors that have come through the gate since we reopened Ballymore across a whole range of different sports. We know Ballymore's future is more than rugby, but rugby is a key part of what we do here. We've had everything from our club and schools utilise the facility. We've had the Brisbane Raw Women's A-League games here. We've had one of the Raw Men's games. We've had the Oceania Sevens event here, which was an Olympic qualifier event. We've had the National Flag Football Championships here, which was an emerging Olympic sport. Amongst that, obviously, it's the home for the Wallaroos, our national women's team, and it's the first home for them that's been created here. Also the home for the Queensland Reds men's and women's program as a high-performance centre. So Ballymore truly has become a multi-sport, multi-purpose venue, and what we're proud of, and we put a peg in the sand last year, that we want to become the home of women's rectangular sport, and as evidenced by what I've said, we've started on that journey, and it's, as I said before, Ballymore is more than rugby, and it's a place that has welcomed so many people over the last 12 months. I'd also like to acknowledge the support of both sides of government, Liberal and Labor, that committed to us getting this first stage up, and it's been an amazing effort, and we couldn't have done it without them. We're proud that when we delivered this first stage, we did it on time and on budget in a very tough construction market. A $31.5 million development that has delivered so much for not only for rugby but for the sporting community here in Brisbane and Queensland. As we look forward, I'd also like to acknowledge all the work from our sponsors and donors that have also contributed to make this an absolute success. Last but not least, also we're proud that we're a part of the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games, slated as currently the venue for hockey. And we see already what's been done here is creating legacy for sport here in Queensland. Over 100,000 people, multi-sport precinct, only exciting things to come. So thanks for your time here today, and I'll pass back to Jimmy to welcome Dan to the mic.
Thanks Jim, thanks Dave, and also just wanted to especially acknowledge Charlotte and Tim, who have taken time out of their very important Olympic preparation, one that we hope will culminate in another Olympic gold medal for our Sevens girls. My role here today is to pledge our support should the Queensland Government get behind Queensland Rugby's vision that we at Rugby Australia would commit to moving our very proud women's Sevens program from Sydney to Brisbane. A world-class outfit such as that deserves a world-class home, and the vision that we've just heard from Dave and already halfway through with this great stand that was backed by both sides of government, there's an opportunity to do just the same on the other side with that stand behind us that has seen better days. There's an opportunity to turn Ballymore and realise its potential into a world-class sporting hub, but also more importantly for us as the home of women's rugby in Australia. We already have Ballymore as the home of our Wallaroos, and leading into some of the really big events such as the Home World Cup for women in 2029, and then obviously the Home Olympics in 2032. We see there a great opportunity to integrate both programs for the betterment of both. So it makes logical sense that we would support the state government and Queensland Rugby's vision to realise Ballymore's potential. Thanks.
Thanks, Dave. Dave, I might bring you back in just to get some questions rolling. Dave has a full understanding of the nuts and bolts, so if you'd like to throw some questions at Dave.
What kind of dollars are we looking at here, Dave?
Good question. Yeah, so look, this one here was built for 31.5. I think it'd probably cost 40 million in this current construction market. Over on the eastern side, we're looking at over 50 million. That would include a high-performance centre of excellence, similar to what we've done here, plus sort of anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 capacity of seating, and that would give us, you know, a world-class high-performance centre, multi-sport, but also a venue then of around 10,000 to 12,000 seating capacity.
Is the multi-purpose, the high performance that's here not able to be used appropriately?
Yeah, look, we're already at capacity on this side. We've got the Reds men's and women's, we've got the Wallaroos, we've got our QAS Sevens Academy. We've got also the other administration programs that are run here. So unfortunately, and a good result is we're already utilising this and it's already full. So the view is that this will create an opportunity to bring the first Olympic team to move into state as part of the 2032 Games.
In the ideal world, what kind of timeline are you looking at?
Well, look, I think any construction you'd probably be looking at anywhere from 18 months by the time you sort of put the shovel in the soil. So I'd say by 2026 you'd want to be in a position the back end of that year, also early 27. There are other events that we want to be ready for. There's the 2029 Women's Rugby World Cup that's here, plus also just generally all the other sporting fixtures that are going on between now and the Olympics. Pre-legacy investment is key, I think, to enabling us to be able to achieve that.
What's Queensland Rugby's connection to the Australian Women's Rugby Sevens program, and how important is that as part of the Queensland Rugby pathway?
Oh, it's critical. I mean, firstly, the support of the Queensland Academy of Sport's been, I think, a key driver to supporting the success of the national program. I think I might get my stats wrong. I like to sort of exaggerate a little bit. I think sort of 60% of the girls, or 70%, Walshy and Charlotte, have come out of Queensland. So the fact that we're producing talent, we've got a 2032 Games. There's young girls here today that could be playing in that, and the fact that they can see the heroes here and potentially see them in the future as part of this initiative is a massive piece for us. So Queensland plays an important part to the success of our women's program, which are number one in the world.
You mentioned this facility being completed on budget and on time, and this is believed to be the first Olympic program committing to relocating to Queensland ahead of 2032. Is that right?
Yes, it would be. Yeah, we feel that this would be the first mover, and thanks to Dan and his leadership and Rugby Australia to make that commitment and see the opportunity to get behind Ballymore's vision is a key part for us.
It's already kind of working because we've got some visitors here at the moment, is that correct?
Yeah, we've obviously got the Australian team in preparation for Paris. We've got Japan here, we've got Fiji as well. So it just shows you that with this facility being built, it's attracting world-class athletes in rugby, but also we've had rugby league here. We had 3 teams heading into the Magic round. So, it's not just a venue for rugby. It's bigger than that, but also it's supporting our own code, which is